I wanted to make a little spontaneous blog about records that I liked from this year. It's just going to be just a run through of a few, and sort of like a preamble to I don't know, main blog post about it or something like that. I wanted to start off by talking about a band called Waves. They're from SoCal. Nathan Williams band. A lot has been said about Waves. A lot of people seem to have formulated an opinion on them already without actually, I don't know, giving them a chance. It's been a lot of shit. I mean, Nathan's made his mistakes with live performances and things of that nature. But if you just push that aside and listen to King of the Beach, you'll realise it's a really great record. It's fantastic pop. It's garagey, it's beach pop, it's lo-fi, essences of noise rock in there. But despite its weirdness and despite how obtuse it can be at times, there is a lot of pop distinction to that record, as if he's got a really level pop culture head on his shoulders, and he's written comfortably, and he must enjoy the process of writing songs. To be honest, Post Acid is probably my favourite track from that record. It's a really strong, driving song. At the same time, it's got quirky traits to it, and a pop sensibility. It's a great song. So check out Waves, King of the Beach, if you haven't heard that already, because that's really good. A band that I've been a huge fan of for quite a while, called No Class from Kansas City. They've just released their debut self-titled. No, it's not self-titled. It's called Kind Class by No Class. It's come out on Deranged Records. They're from Canada, I think, and it's been hotly anticipated by me, to say the least, and a lot of other people, I should think, because everybody who's heard that tape will probably be of the opinion that it is a fantastic record. When I first heard it, it blew me off my chair. It was unbelievable. Still listen to that, as well as the new record with the few re-recorded tracks on. But the new record is really fantastic. It's hardcore punk swagger, as I like to call it, I guess. But they're doing really great stuff, I think, at the minute, No Class. So yeah, check that out too. That's a slice of great middle American hardcore, which you don't see a lot of, unfortunately, but more to come, I hope. Moving on. It's a band called Homo Stupids. They're from, I can't remember where they're from, but they're on Fashionable Idiots, and they released a record called Night Deacon. It was an EP, came out this year, and I really enjoyed listening to that. I thought that was a really strong record. Quirky, very weird. They're not weird punk, but they're very weird. They've got their own vibe going on. Not like they're not crazy experimental like Butthole Surfer stuff, but they're a few notches down from that. Less experimental than that, but very, I don't know, very tangled mess of a lot of things, but that comes out good in the end, and that record was really good. Night Deacon, check that out. Thoroughly enjoyed. Let's talk about Fences, Chris Mansfield. I've been a fan of him for quite a while. He finally released his debut self-titled record. I think that was in September or something like that, and it's just a delicious record. It's beautiful, honest, poetic, everything you could want from an indie pop folk record. For fans of Dallas Green, I guess. Don't really want to say that, but yeah, for fans of Dallas Green, you can get a lot out of that record. I know I have. It's not a grower. It's not. It doesn't require a lot of effort to listen to. It's very lustful, passionate, honest. It's an honest record, and that's one of its traits that I really really enjoy. The fact of his writing is so honest. Not just in lyrical content, but in melody as well. And he really outdone himself. I thoroughly enjoyed that record. Again, listen to Chris Manfield, listen to Fences. I'm trying to think now. Brandon Boyd, the big man from Incubus, has released his debut self-titled record. No, not self-titled. It's called The Wild Trapeze. And he put that out not long ago. And not a million miles away from Incubus. The same sort of spiritual, organic, very tactile, approachable, relatable content to that album. Each song is wonderfully crafted, very very personal, expressive, emotive. It's got a lot to it, that record. Again, it's not something you've got to invest a lot of time in to get a lot out of. It's a very enjoyable record. The first track, title track, The Wild Trapeze, straight in, boom, great song. Leads into just song after song of pure emotion, but it's not heavy. It doesn't lie heavy on your heart. It's enjoyable, to say the least, and I recommend that as well. It sort of whets my appetite, I guess, for new Incubus record. This year, no, next year, maybe. 2012 is. Guess we've got to see what those guys are doing. Great record though, again. There's a band from Brooklyn at the minute, Brooklyn, New York City, called Nomos, and they are just ripping hardcore, like very very vehement, and we've got a malevolent sort of distinguished quality to them. Like they're very very hard, very not inaccessible, because if you like hardcore, you'll like this band, but they definitely push the boundaries, and they definitely play with all their hearts, and they definitely really give it some. They released a demo last year, and someone said about the title track, first song on the demo said, I think it was someone from Maximum Rock and Roll who said this. He said it was quite possibly one of the greatest hardcore songs ever written, or something like that, which is crazy to have something like that said about your demo, but stratospherical to have that kind of critique. So watch out for them, watch out for the Brooklyn scene, the New York scene, because it's fantastic at the minute. I think New York is the scene at the minute. They've got so much going on. There's Crazy Spirit, Nomos, Dawn of Humans, Long Pigs, Pregnant, Hank Jones. There's so many more that I can't remember off the top of my head. There's a lot going on there. Very weird, very original, just bastardized in a way, but at the same time, very unabashed and just crazy, going for it. Great scene. I wish I could be there and see some of that stuff firsthand, but you can't have everything. So check Nomos out because they're fantastic. Album of the year, Ceremony, Roanoke Park. It has to be, definitely. Release of the year. I waited for that album for 6 months, 7 months, I don't know, like everybody else in the fucking world waited for it. Every day just waiting for it because I was so hyped to hear it. I knew it was coming out in June and everything, but still waited with bated breath for that record. And once it dropped, I realised that it was just unbelievable in every way. Probably one of the greatest albums I've ever heard. It has to be. It really does. I listen to that album endlessly. Poignant to say the least. It's almost faultless, I would say, that record. Really, really enjoyed it. I still enjoy it to this day. I'll enjoy it for years to come. I think that was a really progressive step for them to take, the departure from Still Nothing Moves You to a record that bordered at times on power violence. I mean, it was acute, very, very abrasive, very harsh, unapologetic. It did a lot, and to say that they've stepped away from that, it's like a garagey, I don't know, very reflective, reminiscent of 80s style, very, you know, early hardcore at its base. To say that they've gone in that direction and pulled it off and produced a fantastic album is testament to what a great band they are. And for me, they are the number one band, I would say, number one hardcore band going at the minute, like, without a shadow of a doubt. You've got your big bands, you've got Trash Talk. I love Trash Talk with all my heart. Great band, fantastic band. They're doing, you know, fantastic things. They're pushing hardcore right up the noses of people who, you know, would never have looked at it before, which is a great thing. You've got Trapped Under Ice. They're massive. Again, you know, doing their own thing and pushing things forward, and so are Touche Amore. I mean, they're coming up roses at the minute. Everybody seems to be a fan of Touche Amore. But for me, Ceremony are the kingpins. I'd say, for me, the most important hardcore band of the last 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 years, I don't know. I love that band an awful lot, and Roanoke Park did not disappoint in any way. I thought it was fantastic. I really, really enjoyed it. Yeah, so that's my little rundown of records that I like this year. I maybe only talked about 5 or 6 different records there, so there's more to come. There's definitely more to come. Maybe a blog post or something like that, I don't know. Yeah, thanks for watching then.